Top landing is something quite magical, but it requires plenty of practice. You should be familiar with the site and where there is lift, sink or turbulence. Then plan your approach. Join me at Rocky Point for a little tutorial. The launch is oriented due north with obstacles on three sides. The typical landing approach is upwind at an oblique angle to the ridge. You should never fly directly towards the ridge for landing. Alright, let's do our first approach. We fly over the launch to have a close look, then fly out to lose some height. I'm too high, so I keep going. I check again. The height is looking good. Let's go. I slow the wing down a little. Then flare with more right brake to turn the nose into the wind. As I touch down, I focus on controlling the wing and killing it with the C risers. So again, fly out to adjust your height and give yourself some room. Then point your wing to your planned landing spot. Your flight path should be at a shallow angle to the ridge line. On this approach, I pull the right ear to adjust my glide. Be vigilant near the ridge. Ready to abort if you're too low. A little weight shift to the right for good measure, but it's all good. And I flare. In this instance, I'm coming in too low. I choose to land on the slope. I steer the glider parallel to the dune, push my shoulders between the risers and flare. It's not over until your wing is steady. Coming in at the right height every time can be challenging. Here I realize I'm too high, and as I reach the end of the field, I'm still too high and too close to the edge of the ridge. It's time to abort and go around. For a gentle touchdown, choose a spot close to the edge of the ridge or away from it, depending on the available lift. Turn into the wind and flare the right amount. How much you flare depends on your rate of descent. Sometimes you don't need to flare at all. but when you're sinking close to the ground, don't hesitate to put your hands down. If the ground is coming up fast, flare, release, and repeat. Make sure you don't slow your airspeed down so much that you stall the wing. Another technique to burn some height is performing figure eights above or near the launch. With every turn, you will drop a little until you're low enough to land. Strong lift may prevent you from landing. In this case, make your approach below the launch as low as necessary. It sometimes happens that we hover above the ground. Refrain from braking or you'll go up. If it gets complicated, it is better to fly out. And try again. Avoid flying in the lee of an obstacle under penalty of hitting turbulence or getting pushed back. Because this dune is square to the wind, the air above it flows much faster. When flying low, it can become impossible to cross to the other side. Simply avoid it by flying upwind of the dune. Finally, with stronger winds, top landing can become hazardous. It may be wiser to land at the bottom. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up. Until next time, happy top landings.